Welcome back to the CS Podcast. I am your host, Chris Shanafel, and I am now joined by wide receiver out of the University of Tennessee, Martin, and 2014 NFL Draft prospect, Jeremy Butler. Thanks for joining the show, Jeremy. How's it going?
Everything's going good. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Hey, it's a pleasure, man, and let's get started. Jeremy, can you tell us exactly how you got to where you're at right now? Because you didn't spend your entire college football career at the University of Tennessee, Martin. It actually began at Reedy Community College in 2009. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Can you just tell us a bit like how you got to where you're at right now, what the journey's been like for you, Jeremy Butler?
It's been a long learning process, and I appreciate every bit of it. I started out at Reedy College, and I played that season and ended up transferring to College Sequoia, which is around the corner about 30 minutes from there. And I ended up playing there. And I had a decent year, and after that, I was supposed to go to Colorado. I had an offer there, and I was supposed to go on a visit, but everything kind of fell through as far as credits and being able to transfer in and stuff. So that kind of fell through, and that's when I ended up at Louisiana Tech in the summer for camp. And then that situation fell through because of money situation and politics, I guess. And then that's when I ended up having to sit out 2011 year, that fall. And UT Martin kind of stayed with me through the whole process, kind of staying faithful with me. You guys got scholarship here. And I finally took them up on the offer in 2012, and I came up in the spring after I sat out that year. I mean, the rest is history, I guess.
And what was it like? You're at Louisiana Tech, and you're at these other schools. You're thinking you're going to Colorado. What's it like when you find out that you have to go another direction?
Honestly, I ain't even gonna sugarcoat it. It was hard. I doubted myself at times, but honestly, that's when I really found that's when I got into religion. I kind of found my spiritual life. That's when I kind of started just kind of put it in God's hands and just trusting everything gonna play out the right way. And it did. It was hard at times. Just time I was thinking about giving up on football. I thought it was for me, or maybe I ain't good enough, and I just stuck with it. My mom wouldn't let me quit, and it was the right decision.
Now, talk about your first year at UT Martin. Did you expect to have as much of an impact on that team as early as you did?
Not as early, but I knew at some point it was going to happen because I was putting a lot of work in the offseason. And coming from where I came, being doubted so much and finally get an opportunity, I made a promise to myself that, I'm going to make the most of this and I'm going to show everybody what I really can do. So, but not that early, I just expected to make an impact.
You ranked in the top 10 in the Ohio Valley Conference in several different categories, including 4th in receiving touchdowns with 10, 7th in receiving yards per game with 75, and 9th in receiving yards on the year with 750. Now, those were the 2012 stats, your first year there. With that being said, what were your expectations entering this past season, your second year at UT Martin? What were those expectations, man?
My expectations was kind of like to live up to the hype surrounding me. I never wanted to be nobody who fell short of expectations. My coaches expect a lot of me, and I know it's for good reason because they expect what they can get out of you, and I appreciate them for that. And they helped me work all off season. And expectation was just to get the most out of myself. There wasn't no statistic goals. I ain't have no set. I want this amount of touchdowns and yards. I ain't never put a limit on myself. I just wanted to be the best leader I can be, and I was never vocal leader, but I had to go to that role this season, and I just wanted to get the most out of my ability and help others, play to my level.
So it sounds like your expectations were to not only have a successful season as a team, but to have a better year than you did at your first year at UT Martin. And just this past season, you were the Skyhawks' leading wide receiver this past season. 90 receptions, 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns. Is it safe to say that you lived up to those expectations that you were entering into the season with?
Yeah, I say it's safe to say it. I met him.
I don't know. I guess I'll just ask you, what's it like, maybe entering the season and then, looking at the season that you had, are you kind of surprised by what you did?
I wasn't really, honestly, to be honest, I wasn't really keeping stats during the season. So I was every now and then, people come tell me, oh man, you did this, or you got this amount of yards, or you got that. And it kind of shocked me as I was going, and I finally, after the season was over with, I looked back and checked for the first time, and it was just I was surprised that I had that many yards, that many catches, because, I never set a statistical goal, but, that was a lot. When I found out I broke 2 school records, it was I was thanking
And I believe it was 9 games this past season that you had at least 90 receiving yards. I mean, that's pretty crazy. So, Jeremy, throughout your college football career, in your opinion, what has been, the biggest or most memorable play that you've made?
The most memorable play? I'd probably say against Murray State my junior year. It was a game. I had a friend that had one of my close friends at home that called me. We talked before every game. He called me before the game, and we talked about. He said to me, you should do this. I want you to do this, get this amount of yards and stuff. The game, we were laughing and stuff. And his goal was 3 touchdowns, and I remember telling him, I'm gonna beat that. I was feeling good that day, so I'm gonna beat that. And when I went out of the day, everything started going so fast. Next thing I know, I looked up, I had 1 touchdown, I had 2, I had 3. Then I caught the 4th touchdown pass, and it just felt like I know I had told him I was gonna beat it. And I went out and did it with 4 touchdowns in a game, and I broke a school record. That's my memorable play. That felt real good that day.
And what did your friend tell you after that game? What was said in that conversation after the game with your friend?
He was shocked, and there was a lot of surprise and laughter. He said I definitely lived to the hype that I went back it up.
Chris Schanfeld talking with 2014 NFL Draft prospect wide receiver Jeremy Butler here on the CS Podcast. And Jeremy, can you tell us about this last week of yours that you spent? You spent time in South Carolina with other NFL Draft prospects from all types of different schools to participate in the Medal of Honor Bowl, which is a college football all-star game. Can you tell us about this last week of yours?
Yeah, what?
Can you just tell us about this last week of yours in South Carolina, getting ready for the Medal of Honor bowl game?
It was real fun. It was a great experience. I met a lot of new people, and being from a smaller school, you get to like a lot of big school guys, and the cool and down there, it's like they like people make them out to be, and that was fun. To meet all like new coaching staffs and seeing all the scouts out there, that was really crazy too. Like seeing that means there's one place knowing that like people are looking at you, scouting your every move, and it was real fun. I enjoyed it. We met a lot of different people. Being that it's a Medal of Honor game, so they kind of have represented some guys from some war vets. Meeting those guys, talking about their experiences, that was fun, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm thankful for it. And it's gonna be a great game. They're gonna have a great inaugural yearly event. It's gonna be really big in the next couple of years. I'm glad I was part of the first roster that was made for that game.
Absolutely. I hope, eventually that game's televised, because I was over here in Chicago listening to the broadcast. It was coming in and out, but I was able to listen to most of it for the most part. And you mentioned the scouts. There were over 100 NFL scouts out there. You said you were able to talk to some of them. What were they saying to you?
I was pretty much getting a lot of positive reviews, but I ain't too really good with that. I like asking the negative stuff, so I was asking negative things. They couldn't really tell me things, so I mean that's good. They like what they saw, and I got a lot of confidence outs and great hands and size, and got a lot of potential. And my future is looking pretty bright right now. I stay on track. But even seeing that many scouts one place, that was crazy. Like I was kind of starstruck at first, but I calmed down and just played football.
Now, is there a certain scout that came from a certain team that you're like, man, I really want to play for this team? Now I want to play for any NFL team, but if I could play with this team, that'd be great.
Yeah, actually, it's funny you said it, because before that, I never had a team out. Like anybody asked me who you want to play for, I never had a team out. It's an opportunity to be in the NFL was my dream. I play for anybody, but the Saints actually changed that, and I met with their scouts, and the stuff they were saying about saying about where you come from and about how you got there, what you do when you get there. And it's like, he was giving me the kind of the stats and the chances that undrafted free agents. He was saying, that's what worst case scenario if I don't get drafted. But he's saying, that situation coming in, that he's saying kind of they need help in the receiving core. They're kind of getting older. I got a couple older guys, and they're kind of trying to get young and get back dynamic. And he's telling me that's a great chance to come in and play and be a part of that team. And I know they got a great quarterback. I know a future Hall of Famer in the program and the history of rebuilding New Orleans. And it is a great place to be. And it's not too far from home, but it ain't too close. So, I mean, that organization, those guys really changed my mind about that. And I love to play for that team.
Hey man, that's really interesting. That's really interesting that you brought that up, and I thank you for that. And you're on the American squad, coached by Ralph Friedgen, and you guys got the 20-6 victory over the national team. In this game, Jeremy, you caught 2 passes for a game high 77 yards, almost a touchdown as well. I hear the weather conditions were pretty tough out there this weekend. Do you think that affected the game at all?
I think kind of earlier to say it kind of come to, how you can have hear it in the background. Everybody, when you see the weather and you see how bad it's like, oh, we might not be able to throw today, or it's gonna be hard to play. But once you get out there, all that's out the window. You're trying to play and have fun, play football with some feet. But it kind of affected the pass game early with the win. But being competitive, everybody kind of like buckled down and try to find a way to play and compete at their best, the highest level. And it was real fun. We enjoyed each other.
Chris Shamfeld talking with 2014 NFL draft prospect Jeremy Butler. Jeremy, just a few more questions for you, man, and then I'll let you go. If you would compare yourself to a wide receiver currently playing in the NFL today, who do you think that would be and why?
I'll probably go with Anquan Bolden, and probably because the size kind of similar, bigger, physical receiver, good hands, strong hands. Can block in the run game. Not so much as speed after the catch, but just, being a football player after the catch and being able to maybe miss, break tackles, and get upfield, make things happen. Just being like a football player, not just a wide-out skill player, just being like awesome football player, being able to play, do everything that comes with the job as a wide-out.
Hey, he's a great football player. He talks a lot on the football field as well. You do a lot of talking on the field, Jeremy?
Not so much. I do a lot of laughing and playing with other guys, but once it gets started, I talk back. I ain't gonna shy away from it.
All right, Jeremy, let's say there's an NFL general manager out there listening to this interview. Why should he want Jeremy Butler, wide receiver out of UT Martin, on his team?
I'd say because anything that goes down on paper as far as who I am as an athlete, as far as height, weight, speed, or all that stuff, but all that, you can throw it out the window when you're looking at me. I feel like once I get in and you're going to see the drive and the fire inside, the things you can't really measure, you can't see on paper, is the will to win. And I hate losing more than I love winning, to be honest. And I don't want to be just another guy on the roster. I don't want to be just another guy happy to be here, stuck in the moment. I want to be great, and I want to separate myself from others. I want to be the best at what I do, and I put in any kind of work. I'm willing to do whatever I got to do to be great. And that's anybody that's willing to help me, I appreciate it. I'm ready to go.
All right, man. So it sounds like you want to make an impact on the team as soon as possible, and I'll tell you what, that's definitely something those general managers and those scouts want to hear. And last but not least, Jeremy, with the Medal of Honor Bowl, that's now scratched off of your schedule. What's next for you? Are you getting ready for your pro day? Is there anything else we should know about?
I ain't heard too much. But I don't think I'm getting back. I just got back to school. We take online classes, so I can go out there to train every day in Jackson, Tennessee. I'll be training on mostly speed training, but getting ready for my pro day, getting ready, get back in shape, getting back ready, getting bigger, faster, stronger, if possible, getting everything ready to go for pro day. But if I wouldn't mind playing another All-Star game, they give me a call, so I'm looking into that to see how that play out. But mostly just kind of working out, getting better, grinding, taking my classes, and kind of just enjoying my last year of college and enjoying that experience.
Hey, that's great, man. Absolutely, man. How excited are you for all this? The draft process, the NFL Combine. How excited are you? The pro day. How excited are you for all this stuff to take place?
I'm really excited. I'm trying to get over anxious, but I'm trying to just enjoy and soak up every day because each day is like a whole new day in itself, and it's like different. It's enjoying the whole process day by day, and it's like I love it. It's like I seen you watch it on TV all these years growing up in high school saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do mine this way. I'm gonna act this way. I'm gonna do this." But now you really hear it, and it's like you just gotta get caught up in the moment. It's a blessing. I'm thankful to be a part of it.
Hey, Jeremy, man, I really appreciate your time. Hopefully we keep in touch. I'm certainly wishing you nothing but the best of luck. Before I let you go, is there anything you'd like to tell myself and our listeners?
I want to thank you for the opportunity to call me and give me a chance to talk and speak and listen in. And to any listeners, any football players, any fans, support, like anybody, just I just want to say put God first. Mm-hmm. And if you want anything, if you got a dream or anything, just go and get it. It's that simple. Hard work and dedication. Get you anything in this world.
Hey, that sounds great, man. Once again, I really enjoyed our conversation, and certainly hope we keep in touch, and take care, all right, man?
Okay, same to you. Thank you.